After decades of playing identity politics that pit one group against another based on race, gender, or sexual orientation, Democrats are in a position where they cannot use reason. They now have to support any insane idea proposed by anyone who is a minority, including Rep. Maxine Waters, or they too end up threatened. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer found this out the hard way when they refused to support Waters' demands. This week, a group of black women wrote a letter to white Democrats in Congress and demanded that they support Rep. Waters' drive to have people harass members of President Donald Trump's administration when they see them. We, the undersigned, write to express our full support for Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who has recently been unjustly attacked by Republicans and Democratic Party leadership for speaking truth to power and challenging the Trump administration to do the right thing by ending a zero-tolerance immigration policy. Families seeking asylum from violence in their home countries are held in detention centers at the Mexican border, and even worse, this inhumane immigration policy has separated over 2,000 children from their families, the group alleged in the letter they wrote, which was obtained by Politico. Further, we write to share our profound indignation and deep disappointment over your recent failure to protect Congresswoman Waters from unwarranted attacks from the Trump administration and others in the GOP. That failure was further compounded by your decision to unfairly deride her as being uncivil and un-American. In doing so, we believe this mischaracterizes her call to action for peaceful democratic assembly and the exercise of her constitutional rights to free speech in support of defenseless immigrant children and their families, it said. The letter, which was sent to top Democrats like Rep. Nancy Pelosi and Sen. Chuck Schumer, defended Rep. Waters and her demand that administration officials be attacked if they are seen in public places. The letter seems to threaten Democrats, reminding them that black women and their vote are extremely important to their chances of getting elected. For black women, who are the most loyal base of the Democratic Party and the progressive movement, Congresswoman Waters is our hero. At this critical juncture in our nation's history, Maxine Waters stands bold and unafraid, serving as a beacon of light and hope. Her singular voice, speaking powerfully and urging the nation to the moral high ground of justice. She continues the phenomenal legacy of leadership of black women who paved the way for all women to break glass ceilings, including Congresswomen Shirley Chisholm, Barbara Jordan, Yvonne Braithwaite and Cardis Collins, and civil rights icons, Drive, Dorothy I. Height, Drive, C. Dolores Tucker, Reverend Willie Barrow, Mrs. Evelyn Lowry and many more. It said. The letter insinuates that Democrats are not supporting Rep. Waters due to her race, as women whose ancestors have lived through the incivility of slavery, segregation, and all other forms of discrimination, racism, and sexism, as people who have historically been told to wait for justice, for freedom, for our turn. We consider it an insult to characterize Ms. Waters' call for the exercise of our constitutional rights as uncivil and un-American. We call on leaders of all persuasion to practice the art of civil discourse, the group said. The group that wrote the letter is comprised of black women leaders and allies. Several of them have the title of reverend or bishop. It is a scary thought that people who profess to be reverends and bishops would support Rep. Waters' call for an attack on people who want to go out and live their lives. The group uses the cover of race and gender to pressure Democrats into submitting to Rep. Waters' demands, even as they know that the videos of people harassing and berating members of President Trump's administration won't be a positive for them as they head into the midterm elections this November. If the Democrat Party caves to the radical fringe of the party, they are going to see their blue wave become a red tsunami. They know it, but they have been trapped by their own identity politics, and now, they have no idea what to do.